What's up, everybody? Welcome back. Welcome back. You know, I really, I really almost didn't record this today. I've had such a rough day. Before we even get started, man, I consider this my ministry, and whenever I talk to you guys, I always want to come in a positive mindset, because I'm talking about mental health and I'm talking about God, and I don't want to steer you guys in a different kind of way because of my emotions, and I'm not in the right mind space. But man, I had to reevaluate and see what the enemy was doing to prevent me from even trying to record this. And I'm like, you know what? I will not be deterred. So let me tell you what happened. Before we even get started, let me tell you what happened. Everything was going so great this week. Everything was good, right? And then today, things just went so left, just out of the blue. And I come into work, and two supervisors I don't work with, we're on completely different shifts. We're all supervisors. And they team up, and they're trying to get me fired. And I don't know why. They're having issues, and they decided me, out of all the people, the guy that is just on his computer listening to gospel music, trying to be kind to everybody and trying to smile and encourage people, they want to team up on that guy, right? And they're trying to get me fired. So now I'm at war at my job. Me and my supervisor, we're buckling down, and we are at war right now, out of the blue. And then on the way to the gym, I decided to go into, I don't know if I can actually say the name of the store for whatever reasons, but a store to get car wax so I can detail my car. And the one of the cashiers, or whatever he is, he's following me around and just watching me like a hawk. I'm only getting car wax. And then these two other black guys walk in, and they thought the dude was in line because he was standing so close behind me. And he was like, "Oh, my bad. Are you in line?" He was like, "No, I'm trying to make sure nobody steals." And he's just staring at me. And then when I get my receipt and start to walk out, he walks behind the counter. So I know he was talking about me. Look at me. I don't look like the stealing type, and I'm not the stealing type. And it was only $15. So why would I risk going to jail over $15? And then as I'm in the gym, this girl is just floating around me in my face. And I'm trying to live a pure life and stay abstinent, because I'm on this mission. I'm trying to be married, and my friend told me I need to practice being a husband while I'm waiting on God to send me my wife. And I need to stay abstinent, and I need to buckle down. So that happens. And then as I'm leaving the gym, a car runs a red light and almost T-bones me, and it would have hit me in the driver's side door. Glory to God, that did not happen. And I'm like, man, the enemy is trying to deter me for whatever reason and not trying to let me get this message out. But I'm going to get this message out. So with that being said, I'm starting a series called Flowers in the Concrete. And it was a term that God gave me last year when I was with my therapist, and it was helping me get through PTSD. And basically what that term means, the flowers represents who you are, and the concrete represents the trauma that has over the years been put and layered over top of you. But if you ever look at the ground and see just one little crack, big enough, there might be a flower spreading through that crack. And I was telling my therapist, in order to find that garden underneath all this concrete, we gotta start busting through all of it. We gotta start breaking down all the trauma and the trauma and the trauma and the trauma and the trauma. Like those things that mute our emotions, those things that skew our mindset, those things that skew our viewpoint to make us look at things through a healthy lens. Like, for instance, I don't know you guys, I don't know what things you have gone through, but for instance, racism, which is one of my biggest triggers. So someone who went to jail, someone who that breakup, that heartbreak, which I went through recently, well, about 7 months ago, that childhood abuse, that whatever that may be, that numbs you down and makes you just look at the world through this horrible lens, like it's not going to get better. But when you start breaking through that trauma and start eventually that flower comes through. And then eventually another flower comes through. And then that person you were before all that stuff happened, before you went broke, before you lost your home, before you lost your child, before you lost your marriage, that person who you were as a child, that childhood you that had hope, that had dreams, that had ambitions, that had goals, that person is going to start coming through. And in times like this, we need to heal. In times where things are looking scary for us, the elections, I'm not going to get into politics, but times are looking kind of rough right now. Like, prices are so high. It feels like no one cares about your emotions. It feels like as men, as black men, they're telling you all you are and all you need to be is a wallet. You don't deserve to have emotions. You shouldn't even express yourself. And with black women, they're telling you you're not worth it, and you're too rough, you're too hard, we're gonna go overseas. No shot to anybody, I'm just saying that can cause trauma. We don't really understand the power of the words that we speak. And if you hear it and you consume it so much, you start to believe it, whether you realize it or not. So in this series I'm going to start called Flowers in the Concrete, this is episode 1, part 1 of Flowers in the Concrete. This is what that's going to be about, breaking those things down. So join in with me, continue to be with me on this journey. It's going to be powerful. The enemy tried to get me to not be able to do this today. He tried. He really tried. Believe me. He really tried to discourage me. Well, I'm not going to let him, because I'm more determined to help y'all heal than bunker in just because I had a bad day. So I love y'all. Peace be with you. I'll be praying for you. Y'all have a great day. I forgot, like, comment, and subscribe.
I know you had enough.